Hello guys, Aurum here, and welcome to week 6 of building Crait, guys. This week we worked on the base interior for Crait. So first and foremost, I do apologize there hasn't been an episode for building Crait for the past 2 weeks. It's been a struggle to try to get orders in. However, I should be able to get that rock wall order in by the next week's episode. If we're not able to get it in by then, unfortunately, that will carry on to the next week. But either way, next week, week 7, we will be doing some things as far as figures go, as well as making the ATST a first order ATST, which is going to be very important for Crait, because we don't want an Imperial ATST walking around with a ton of first order things that are way more high tech than the Imperials. So, as you guys can see, we got a lot of work done on Crait, and this is actually the only base plate that I even touched the past 2 weeks, because pretty much all we really have to do left is this base interior and the rock wall. So, Crait should be coming to a close quite soon, hopefully. I do know I've been carrying it on for quite a bit of time. I would have liked to have it done probably this week, but unfortunately pieces are a struggle to be able to get in, and budget is also an issue because I don't want to spend all my money on one particular mock. As much as I love to make Crait the best mock possible, I would like to be able to move on to other mocks as well. However, I'm still really enjoying building Crait. So now we will get into what we did as far as everything in the mock goes. So I'll go ahead and take it off the stand right now. And as you guys can see, what I actually did, you guys can't see this right now, what I did is I took off some of these gray plates, mostly in this general area right here. I'll go ahead and move the camera down. In this area right here, we went ahead and I took apart some of the plates, and then I reinforced it with more filler brick, because of what I realized is if I use filler brick that's like this, it's much stronger than using a ton of these. Because what kept happening is things kept breaking off, and then all the filler brick would go everywhere, and it just created a really big mess. So what I did is, instead of using these 2x2 bricks, I went ahead and used things like this 2x8 that we have right here. And what that did is it made it much more efficient, and it made Crait much stronger in general, guys. So besides that, the main part that you guys are probably excited about is this area right here. So obviously inside of the resistance base, we are going to need this sort of room. This is the room where Princess Leia is during the battle. This is also the room where she meets Luke for the first time in a few years. I'm going to be moving these around, these sort of window panels. I'm using those as like the radar screens and things like that. We also have a hologram table right here. Still not sure where to put these. These will probably wind up getting moved against the wall somehow. This one probably on this wall, this one probably on this wall. So we'll be switching that around a little bit. And then we do need to add more detail all around here. As you can see, I've added detail like broken vents and broken glass all around the mock, just to make it look old, because again, the resistance base on Crait hasn't been used in over 20 years pretty much, since the Great Galactic War. So it's very worn down until the resistance gets there, cleans it up a bit, but then they have to get right into the fight. So it looks good. As far as adding on top of the wall, I think I would like to add on top of the wall, just make it look a little bit better. And then what I'll probably do after that, if we can get it that high, maybe 7 bricks high, what I'll probably do is go over it with a lot of gray plates, and that way it actually looks like a room or something like that. Otherwise, we'll just leave it open, and I mean, either way, I would like to be able to tile it off on the top, but if we just leave it open, that'll be fine as well. On this side, we have all of the sort of piping that you can see in Crait all around. So this is all the piping. I tried to make it look a little bit broken, but the piping actually did come out quite well. I haven't done a whole lot of piping in other mocks, but it turns out this didn't come out as bad as I thought it would be. It's not perfect, but it's not bad, and I think this piping did come out pretty well. As far as this area goes, this is still sort of in design. What I'm likely going to wind up doing is moving the piping detail over here, and then in this area with the leftover rockwork pieces, because I plan on ordering quite a bit for this area, but then I'll probably order a little bit extra. Over here, we'll put sort of that cave entrance to where the remaining resistance basically escapes out of, and then Ray is able to open up the rocks and they're able to be free. Obviously I won't add that Ray opening up the rocks, things like that, but I think it would look better if we had that cave right here and then we did move the piping. However, that's still sort of in concept, guys. But thank you all for watching this episode of Building Crait. If you're not yet subscribed, please do be sure to hit that subscribe button. Crait's coming along really well, guys. Next week we'll either be starting on the rock wall, or we will go ahead and we will get started with the rock work, depending on if I can get those orders in, guys. So thank you all for watching this episode of Building Crait, and be sure to stay tuned for week 7 coming out next week, guys. So thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys again next time. Thank you.